Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm glad you came. Hopefully you will enjoy this video. I have these little coin purses that I purchased quite a while back, and I have a whole bunch of them. And I thought maybe what I would do today is I'm going to do 1, 2, or 3 of them. I've got this off-white one, this turquoise one, and a brown one. I also have, they come in this black and a pink color, but I can't do all of them. I'm gonna put you guys on hold for just a minute. The husband's mowing the lawn. I'll be back. Okay, I think he's done now. We'll see. If it goes back on, then we'll try again. I thought he was done the first time. Anyway, let me go ahead and real quick read my inspirational quote for 2023. Things to leave behind in 2023. Constant comparisons, perfectionist complex, people who bring you down, negative judgments, unhappy circumstances, accepting less, harmful habits, rushing everywhere, which is a big one for me because I'm constantly rushing around, internet validation. I never really seek validation on the internet, and passivity. Passivity is a big one for me. That and rushing around everywhere are 2 big ones for me. I am a very, very passive person. And I take a lot from a lot of people, and I need to stop that. I'm even told by a lot of people that I need to stop being so nice, but I will never stop being nice. I think that being nice is a good quality, and it's something my mother taught me, and I take that to heart. I think we should all be a little bit nicer to people, because it's just the right thing to do. And because when I'm nice to someone, whether they're nice back to me, I still feel better for the way that I have behaved. So, but there are times when people are unkind that I'm still very, very nice to them, and sometimes I don't want to be. I have some friends that are more speak up for yourself kind of people, and they seem to get along just fine. They have friends, they get along in this world, but they don't let people push them around. And so that's something that I think a lot of us do in our lives. I know a lot of people that are like me, that just kind of let everything skate, and sometimes, not all the time, sometimes we need to just let things go. I think most of the time we need to just let things go, but sometimes we need to speak up for ourselves and handle a situation so that that person doesn't continuously push us around. So that's one that I'm going to work very hard on in 2023, and I hope you guys found a couple of those to be helpful to you, things that I know a lot of us tend to do and maybe want to change a little bit. So I turned, well, I'm not going to tell you how old I turned in 2022, but I turned an age where I thought, you know, I really need to change some things in my life, but then I still didn't. I was going to do it in 2022, I still didn't, and I'm going to work harder at it in 2023. And I think the older we get, the more we realize that some of the things we've been doing for our whole life are not serving us well. So there comes a point in time when we have to change and see if maybe a little bit of the alternative helps. So anyway, that's my quote for today. My husband is out there mowing the lawn, and so he seems to be keeping his distance from my craft room window a little bit. So I'm hoping that I can just get through this. I've been sitting here waiting for too long, and so there's only so many hours in a day, right? So I'm going to go ahead and move on with this tutorial. So again, I've got 3 of these coin purses here. I showed you the black one and the pink one as well, but I thought I would kind of work on these 3, and I have a few little items inside each one of these, and that's why I kind of chose these 3, because I had found some stuff to work with these. So I'm going to work with these 3 today. We'll see which ones we get completed. The first one I'm going to do is the white one. So, and I've got some laces and things over here off to the side that I will possibly work with. So I have a lot of really interesting and cool bits and pieces, but these were items that I was certain I would put into this one, or close to certain. You guys know I don't always put everything in that I pick out. So these are some of the items, though, that I chose for this one and I thought would be pretty on this. And then I've also got some laces over here that I thought maybe I would give a go with this one. So I wanted to have something to kind of hang at the bottom of this. I've got this lace, and then I've also got some of this one that I thought might be pretty. And I think, you know what? Another thing I want to do is, let's see. I don't want to use that. I'm noticing that white background again, and it's making it hard to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to see if I can find a dark something to put behind my work. Let's see, maybe if I use some of my parchment paper. It's more of a, yeah, it's pretty white too. I don't know if it will change anything. Probably not. Okay, well, okay, there we go. I found some of my my brown parchment paper, which is what I thought the other one was, but it wasn't. And I think at least this is not white, so you guys will be able to kind of see better what I'm doing. So anyway, let's go ahead and decide how we're going to do this. I really do like this one for this coin purse. And what I want to do is I want to take it around to this corner, and I want to tuck it in right there and have it come to the side, and then I'll bring it around the back and to the side again. So that's where I'm going to start with this. And I'm just going to put some hot glue right there and tuck it down. And I also have my finger protector. I'm going to try, that's another thing I'm going to try and do better with this year, is protecting myself while I craft. Just making sure I got this going the right way. We'll try and get this on here straight. There. And I didn't get that right up under here, so I'm just gonna add a little tiny bit of glue there. Although I'll be putting other things on here, so it will end up gluing this down even a little bit better, so it's going to be fine. And this I want to glue kind of all the way down to the bottom on the sides here. Okay. And then once I get this on, I'll decide sort of which is going to be the front and which is going to be the back, whichever side I did the best. And we're going to go right about there. So let me just glue this little bit down. we'll just kind of take it right across there if we don't get caught up on the lace. Just rolling some of this glue off my fingers. I get it on them anyway. The finger protector only does so much. Okay, so where do I want to cut this? I'm going to cut this right here. And maybe somebody can clarify something for me. I do not know all of my laces, what they're called and all that good stuff, you know, and I've been noticing that a lot of people who sell laces in their Etsy shops and so forth, any of these kinds of laces that kind of hang like this, they end up calling it Venice lace. And I thought Venice lace was a style of lace or a specific look for a lace. So maybe somebody who knows a lot about laces could clarify that for me. It's something that's been bugging me for a while because I'm just not sure. And so I thought just a curious question really is all it is. I mean, I don't care what they call it as long as it's pretty. But I'm just not sure, and I don't want to call something Venice lace if that's not actually what it is. But if all of these that are, you know, you've got like this, and you've got like this style that everyone calls Venice lace, you know, there's all different ones, and I'm just not sure if that's correct or not. So let me know in the comments, please. I would appreciate that. I'm no pro when it comes to knowing about this stuff. In fact, you know, the Shabby Chic stuff is something that I've not always done. I started doing more of this over the last year or so, really. And I just love doing it so much. It's kind of become my thing that I seem to always want to gravitate to. So maybe you guys can help me so that I can get better at knowing my terms and things, so that I don't call things by their wrong names and all that good stuff. And I know every once in a while I do get somebody that'll correct me on something, and I do appreciate that, because I feel like, you know, I know sometimes I'm not calling something by its correct name. So what I want to do is I'm thinking I want to put this cameo on here because I thought it would be really pretty on this particular purse. But I want to decide first sort of how I'm going to situate my flowers on here so that I don't cover the cameo. And it may be better to put the cameo down first and then add the flowers around it. But these are just some hand-rolled roses that I did. This one, well, that's kind of the way I did it. The center of it pokes up a little bit more than I usually do, but that's okay. I'm thinking that the flowers I want to put kind of up in one corner, sort of like that. You know, so that they're kind of off to one side. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make sure I've got this going in the right direction first. I don't know if there is a correct side on this, but I think if I had to guess, this is the bottom side. So there we go. And then I'm going to take this and put it with a lot of glue right in the center of that little doily. Okay, and then we'll kind of organize our flowers. What I want to do also is I want to put this flower right about here. This is one that my friend Deanna sent me, and it's a resin flower, and it looks so pretty with that cameo. I love it. It might be pretty with like this kind of coming out and then that flower. Look at how pretty that looks. I like that. So we're going to go ahead and go with that for this. Get enough glue on there so that it stays. I'm going to put that there. And we're going to put that flower right there. This is one that my friend Gail sent me, this one here. And I just love these. She sent me, you know, 5 or 6 of them. This is the last one I have of these flowers, but I really have loved working with them. Okay, so now let's take our other flowers and situate these. Again, these flowers that I'm putting on this are all my handmade rolled roses. I was gonna look, let's see. I put some in these other ones too. I just want to make sure I've got the right ones with the right purses. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. And this, I see I have a little piece of the shabby stuff sticking out there that I don't really want. And I'm going to just tuck that in the flower. There we go. And then we have this one, which is kind of more rolled, what do you call it? Like not as shabby. This one's more shabby. This one's more precise, I guess is the word that I'm using. That's not really the word I want, but it works. This is a softer looking rose. And then this one's more of a rose bud. And I think I'm going to put that we'll put that up in this corner here. I'm going to put my glue down on the purse. I love these little coin purses, and what I'm thinking is I might put a couple of kits together and get them in my shop so that you guys can maybe make your own little coin purses, because they're a lot of fun to make. I've been making these for a long time. I've made littler ones and little tiny coin purses, and they just always come out so pretty, and they're nice. They're nice really just as a little decorative piece, you know, to hang on a mirror in your bedroom, or to lay out on a vanity or something like that. They're just really pretty. And I want to put this bow somewhere right around here with the flowers. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely want this to go with the flowers, and I think I want it to kind of go in the center of the little arrangement here. Kind of like that. I think that looks pretty. So I'm just going to add my glue in the center and really press that in there. Just like that. There we go. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. And what else was I going to add to this? Let's see. thinking about putting one of these little hanging pieces sort of coming off of that. Yes, definitely want one of those. And this purse is a somewhat off-white little, the background is an off-white. So the colors that I'm using to embellish it, I'm using whites and off-whites. So I want to make sure I kind of get that going all the way around it. And I want to see that little flower poking out there too. Maybe I might need 2 of these. Put one a little lower. Yes. I'm being very careful with these little bits here because I had used a couple early on when I got these from Gail over at 504, and I had covered up a couple of the little flowers, and I felt very guilty for it because they are so pretty, and this is not a cheap lace. So I'm being very careful. I've got this piece, and I found that I still have another little piece here, so I've got enough of these to last me several projects if I play my cards right. So I don't want to waste any of it. Okay, so we've got that on there, and what else did I think of that I just saw? Oh, no, this cameo, isn't it beautiful? This is actually one that I got from Debbie Cottrell over at Kiki's Sales. She gets some really beautiful cameos and things that she'll have for sale every now and then. And this is one that I got a little while back, and I've been saving it and looking for just the right project to put it in. And I thought this would be awesome. What I want to do is I want to take and put some kind of lace up along the top of this. And I'm thinking maybe a piece of that might be pretty. I have one that's a little thicker. That's a little more of an off-white. I should have put that on first. I don't know why I didn't. I wasn't thinking. But that's okay. I still have space there to get it in. And that looks really pretty. I like that. Let me go back to the white again and see. The white is nice though too because it kind of ties in the flowers and everything with the bag, and then it ties this white lace in. Actually, I think I'm going to go with the white. I decided. So let's just, oh, I've got tape on the end of this, darn it. And now it's not going to be long enough. No, I'll use that piece somewhere else. Okay. So I'll start over on this edge and just work my way over. Oops, I almost did it upside down. Okay, so that looks really pretty, and actually I think I'm going to use this also as a little handle for this purse, so that works perfectly. I love it. Okay, we're going to put a little piece of that on the back side as well. And I'm not going to put a bunch of embellishments on the back of this. I'm going to leave it more plain. Oops. I usually don't do a lot to the back sides of these coin purses, because that way when it's laying down, it lays flat if it's laying on a dresser or what have you. So I prefer to leave the back side more plain. Just got a little teeny bit of glue on the metal there, so I want to get that off of there. And I think I want to take these corners and sort of, I'm just going to use my fingernail, tuck those in underneath that metal. Okay, and let's get this corner. That way it doesn't fray and get all messed up. This has a little piece sticking up here. I don't want that left there. Okay. And it's easy if you get a little bit of glue on the edges of this where the metal is. It's very, very easy to get that off of there. So don't panic if you get a little glue up over the edge. You can scrape it right off. And then I will just take a cloth and I can kind of roll it across there and it'll come back to its original shine. In fact, I'll do that with my cloth right now. There we go. So see, it's all nice and shiny again. Get the other side. And then I'll usually go over the whole thing and just kind of rub it out and polish it and all of that good stuff. And let me get the other side. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and we're going to got a little fuzzy there. Okay, we're going to open this up and you see the insides of these are pretty too. They're lined with like a silky fabric that has flowers on it, so really, really pretty. These would make really great gifts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this, because I like it coming from the top and not down here. I had originally thought I would put it down here and just kind of coming out, but I didn't like the way it came out that way. This way, if I put it to the top, I'm going to have it so that this kind of faces towards the front more. And what I could do is I could take this and sort of double it, but I don't think that's necessary. If you wanted to, you could take it and just sort of double it up. I'm just going to put a nice dollop of glue there on the front side. And I'm going to press that in. And I just came over about 1/4 of an inch from the edge here. There we go. And then I want to decide how long I want this to be. I'm not going to make a long handle. It's going to be somewhat of a short handle. And then we're going to take, and on this one, I'm going to glue it to the back side. And I think that evens out the way that these sort of hang when you hold them. to put one on the back and one on the front. And again, I'm coming in about 1/4 of an inch there. Rolling off this little bit of excess glue that I've got there, but that's okay. And you can see I've got one on the front, one on the back, and when I close it, it will close, and there we go, it hangs nicely. So that's what that one looks like. I've got one down. Cute, cute, cute. I love it. And I'm just gonna hang that up on my camera here. And then I think next one we're gonna do is this one in the turquoise. So maybe I can go a little bit quicker on this one. And I'm gonna use this as my handle on this one. So we're gonna set that aside so I don't try to use it somewhere else. And I think, where did I put the other one? I think I'm gonna use this on the top of this one, and maybe, oh, you know what? I had this, and I thought it might be pretty just to use a bigger piece of lace to go across the whole thing, but it really really covers that whole floral thing up. I was gonna put flowers. I don't think I wanna do that. I don't wanna cover everything up. But I've got some other laces here. I've got this one that I could cut a piece off of and put a little bit going across the front. I could cut a piece like that off. And I have this, which we could just kind of put something across kind of the middle of it. And that looks kind of pretty, just like that. And I have this one, but I think this is too blue, although I don't know, it kind of goes. I've got that, but I don't like that as well as the other one. Another thing I could do is I could take a doily or something and just kind of put it across the front, but I think that kind of takes off too much of the flowers as well, so we're not going to use that. Let's see. I do want to use maybe a piece of this on here. And maybe we'll go with this on this one. That looks cute, I think. So we're going to go with this one here. So let's see. What I think I'll do though first, we're going to go across the top here with this. So let's just get this on here first, and then I can work with it a little bit easier. Time to put more glue in the glue gun. I have a little piece over here I need to cut off. And then on this side, that little corner there, and I'm going to tuck it in. There. Okay, so we've got that on the front. Let's put it on the back as well. And I need to put some glue on here. Just to protect it so it doesn't fray like that. And then I'm going to round off that corner. And go right to there. Okay. lost my glue stick. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this. Again, just to protect it. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue that down. And I'm trying to quickly get it into these corners. I didn't get glue in that corner, so it's not going to go. Okay. There we go. All nicely tucked in. Okay. And I didn't get any glue on the metal this time. And so this piece, now we will start on the edge. This one should go a little bit faster because I kind of know what I'm doing, except that I don't have that turned the right way. So we're going to go just like that with that piece and across the front. There we go. Okay, and we have just enough of this to go around, it looks like. And let me tuck this corner in. Well, let me cut this off first. Right there. And I have this piece to save for something else later. Okay. There we go. And that looks really pretty. I like that. I'm glad I decided with that one. And then maybe, I really kind of hate to cut this one because I think I might find something that this needs to go on at some point. So I'm really kind of afraid to cut anything off of this. It's really hard for me. I've got this piece too. Actually, maybe a little bit of that in there would be pretty. That looks nice. I think I'm going to cut a little bit of this off and use this. Let's see, how far do I want to go with that? I think I'll cut it right here. Okay. And then we'll take and clean these edges up. This was another piece that Deanna sent me. She sent me some really beautiful laces. Oh my goodness. I got so excited when I saw that package and I saw all those pretty laces. Oh my goodness. You can never have too much lace in your arsenal. For sure. Making sure I'm on the right side. Let's see. Am I or am I not? Yes, I am. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of go along there and I just realized the other bit that I was planning on using that I kind of pushed aside. I'm looking at it now and I'm going, uh-oh. So this purse may end up getting covered mostly by lace on the front because I really had my heart set on using the other piece of lace that I'm thinking of, and you guys can probably see it. Because I thought it would be really pretty on this. I've got this. Well, maybe not. No, I think I'll have to wait and find something else to use this on. It's so pretty though. I thought it would be so cute on this, and I think I was planning on either using, I think probably up there is where I was gonna go with it, or down there, but we'll save that for another day. That's okay. And this, I just want to attach to that a little bit. There we go. Okay, and let's see, where else do we want to go with this? I think I want to use a little piece of this silver here. I'm going to put some glue on the back of it so that I don't cause fraying. We'll cut this little edge off. And I'm going to have that kind of coming off of the lace at the top. The trim at the top, I should say. Or we could go right across here somewhere, but I kind of like it right there. Okay, so there's that. I have this as well. I was going to use this. I think maybe I'll use this on the brown one because it really goes nicely with that. I have this flower. Nope. But this is what I actually intended on using on this one, because I thought this is one of my handmade flowers, and I thought that would look really pretty on this purse, kind of like that. And then maybe with a little bit of that hanging out. Or we could take another little piece of this lace and have a little bit of that popping out. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take two of these and cut them off. Maybe have them coming right out down there. And add that little pop of off-white. So let's get this good and glued on like that. And the little white flower is going to go right there. I'm going to do these separately. I'm still going to use them both, but I'm going to do them separately so that I can control the direction a little bit better of each one. There. I like them hanging out like that. And then I also have this pin that I thought might be a pretty embellishment to add to this one, and it's just a brooch. I'm going to take this, I'm not going to glue it on, I'm just going to pin it on, just in case whoever buys this one wants to wear it. You never know, right? So we're just going to pin it on there. Did I get it hooked? Just like that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And the colors look so pretty together. Okay, and then we're going to take this little piece here, and this is going to be our handle. And you can see that looks really pretty with this. So, again, with a dollop of glue on the front and over about 1/4 inch, like that. And I'm just holding it down for a minute, and I'm going to put a little more glue up towards the top there, so that I've got as much of that glued down as I can get. And again, it's just going to be a short handle. Let's see. I think I'm going to go right about there with this one. Okay, and we're going to put our glue on the back side. And lay that in there. Just like that. I think I need to cut this little bit off in here, and maybe I'll use a little piece of this just coming out somewhere here. Have it coming out of the bottom here, right there. It's just a little piece, but that's okay. Okay, so we've got our handle on there. Do you want a little piece of gold popping out on this? Nah, I don't think so. It doesn't need it. Okay, so there's purse number 2. Super cute. Came out really, really nice. Look at that. It's gorgeous. And that's what the the back looks like. Okay, so there's number 2. And let's see if we can get the third one done quickly. So we're going to go even faster with this one. Okay. I definitely want to put this on this purse. Isn't that gorgeous? This is a piece that was cut off from a sari. Isn't that gorgeous? So I thought I would use this. Right there. I just love getting bits and pieces off of this kind of fabric because they just sparkle and shine and just look absolutely stunning. And maybe we'll use a piece of this going across the top. That looks kind of pretty. Let's see, let me make sure. I have this bow and it's a little bit wonky, but all I have to do is take my blow dryer to straighten it out a little bit more if I need to. But it's brown, and I thought I would go ahead and use that on the front of this. I am going to cut some of this off of here because we don't need it hanging super long. And we'll go that way on this side. And right there. All right. So, and I don't want to cover that up necessarily, but I thought maybe I might have the bow just kind of coming off to the side so that you get to see most of this. But on the other hand, what I can do is I've got my little flowers here, and maybe I can just take and make that side my flowers and my ribbon, and do it that way. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to do. And then I also want to maybe have this sort of coming out sort of behind the ribbon like that. So this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to put, I had considered putting some of this along the bottom, but I don't think I want to on this one. I think I'm going to leave it without a dangle. The other thing that I could do, let's see, I don't know if I have any handy dandy. I don't. Okay, we're just going to go with this. I'm going to put a whole lot of glue on this big flower. And I want to kind of scrunch that up just a little bit like that. Hold it down. And then I'll put this glue right here for this rose. And this, I want to cut some of this mesh off around it. And I'm going to pop that in underneath there. I might have to, oh, no wonder it wasn't looking right. I had it turned the wrong way. I'm going to pop that in there, but I'm also feeling like I need to, oh, I know. where is my other flower? This one. I think I'm gonna maybe pop this in here and have that gold coming out from behind this flower. That looks pretty. So I thought this peach flower would look really nice with the brown and the gold dangles. Look at that. That looks really pretty. Okay, so there's that. And then maybe this is where we'll use a piece of this gold ribbon to kind of pop out somewhere, like right there. Or right there. Just to have a little bit popping out. Although this has the wire in it. Here's a little piece. Let's see. I don't know if I have that ribbon sitting up here or not. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. I have my clippings. I was actually going to make a bow for one of these. Actually, the first one that I did was supposed to get a bow made out of this. Maybe I'll do that on this one. Let's see if we can real quick make a pretty bow. Use a little bit of this. And this one needs to be cut in half. This is just a sheer curtain fabric that I got from Gail, and it's really pretty for doing bows and making flowers with. And then I also have this, which is from a sheer curtain as well. This is just some chiffon. If I can get it out of here, we'll just be doing all right. But the little strings end up getting caught on everything, and you can't get your band off. That was probably a bad idea. Okay, so let's get a few shreds off of this. Okay. And let's see, how do we want to do this? Take a couple of these and a piece of this. And I think I'm gonna double that because we don't need a huge bow. I don't want this to be so big that it covers everything. But I do want it to be mixed in so that you do see both fabrics. And maybe we'll go back behind with that side, like that. And then I need a little piece that I can wrap around this and make my little bow with. So I'm just going to take that around and tie a knot whilst trying to hold the bow in place, which is not going to be easy. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm going to just tie a knot in that. And there we go. I just love these little shabby bows made out of torn ribbons. It's one of my favorites. I actually prefer them over a neat, clean bow in most cases. I mean, there's times when you need a nice, neat bow, for sure. but I do love the shabby stuff. And let's see. There we go. Now I've just got a whole bunch of little cut-offs there. Okay, now to figure out where this should go. Should it go there? No. I actually think I kind of like it up in this corner right here. Or we could put it there and I could take, let's see. Nope. Oh, let's see. Nope. It needs something that is more kind of vintagey and gold looking, I think. Oh, I have this other pin here that I did kind of take out to use on one of these, but I think that's a little too much. Okay, let's see. I think we'll put it right there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue the bow down right there. I'm going to make the decision. There's that, and then maybe glue that right down in the center of it. I'm not loving it. I'm not. I wonder what another one of these would look like in the center of that. Oh boy. I've got this. That would be a dangly thing. Not that. Too pink. Nope. Where is that other stuff? I've got this. Maybe a little piece of that would be pretty in there. Oh, you guys. And then I have a butterfly as well. It just doesn't show. I'm trying to find something that's actually going to show up and do this purse justice. We've got that, but that's kind of too red, I think. I'm not going to use my other resin flower. Got a couple of my little leaves. If I did that and maybe put like a little piece of bling in the middle. No. Oh, you guys, I'm not doing so good, am I? Let's see, what else do I have in here? I have this flower. No. What about a yellow one? Nope. Let's see, how does that look? Let me clip the edge of this off. This little rolly thing that's on the edge, I'm not quite sure what that was for, but it needs to come off. Maybe we'll put that in the center. Or is that just too dark? Oh boy, I hate when I do this. Or we could take this bow and put it in the center. Or, let's see, where's my bag of flowers? Where did I put it? have that flower. That might add a little something to it because it's kind of got this color and this color in it. Maybe that would be a nice addition to it and kind of add that last little bit of color that we need. Yeah, I actually kind of like the flower. I'm going to go with that. Put that right in the middle. Okay, and then the handle on this one, I think we're going to go with a piece of this. I've got to cut that raggedy piece off the edge. And we're going to use this as our handle on this one. And that's going to be glued on the inside, so it should be okay. Hopefully this one won't be too thick. I'm worried that I won't be able to close it. It still closes. Okay. So we're going to take and glue this piece on first. And we'll make it about that long. So I'm going to cut this right there. Put a nice little dollop of glue, and I glued it on the wrong side, so we're just going to put both of them on the front side for this one. It should still be fine. I just have a thing about balance, and so I want to make sure that when you hold this, it doesn't hang weird. But these are more for decorative purposes, so just so you guys know. If I was sewing all of these bits and pieces together, I would say maybe sew everything on, and you could literally use this to go out shopping or on, you know, for the night or whatever. I was going to put this one in there too, and I forgot. But I don't feel like that actually no, I was going to put this on this one. Maybe it would go better on this one, because we do have a little spot right there. I'm going to put that on this one. Such a pretty little dainty flower, and I definitely wanted to use it on one of these, and it actually goes best on this pretty little white one. So, okay, so we've got that. So the brown one looks a little different than the other two because I didn't put any dangly lace on it, but it looks very, very pretty, just like these do. Look at that. It came out really, really nice. So there we have it, you guys. We have our 3 little coin purses, little handbags. So let's see, can you guys see all of them? Just barely. Okay, I have got a mess over here to the side of my stuff here, so try not to pay attention to that. I'll move it, kind of move it aside. But I threw so many things out here because I wasn't sure what I was going to use, and I just wanted to make sure it was all right there. So that's what we have, you guys. 3 very adorable little coin purses. These will be available in my Etsy shop if you're interested. And I think I might actually put a couple of kits together to do these yourself. So be on the lookout for those. I'm going to go ahead and put this little piece of gold shimmer on this one. Just coming out the side there. So if you're interested, be on the lookout in my Etsy shop. I'll try and get some kits together very soon. And that way, if you guys want to make one for yourself, you can do that as well. So that's what they turned out like, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed doing it for you. This is really, really a fun project. These would be great little gifts for little girls too. You know, if you've got a little girl in the family that likes, you know, frou-frou-y things, they might like getting one of these little gifts, you know, for their birthday or something, so that they could play with it. But that's the way they turned out, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you to all of you who've been subscribing to my channel. I've got a lot of new subscribers, and I'm really appreciating it so much that you guys are taking the time to do that for me. And let's see, don't forget, I've got my Etsy shop giveaway for anybody that spends $50 or more. You will be entered into the raffle to win my snippet roll. And if you want to know what a snippet roll is, you can watch my video. I'll attach it to this one so that you can watch it in the end. A snippet roll is, well, go watch my video and you'll see what that is. So I'm doing that giveaway for my Etsy shop. And then I've also got the light up vintage wall hanging, cedar wall hanging. That is my YouTube channel giveaway. If you watch that video, you need to make a comment on that video, and you'll be entered into my YouTube drawing, which I will be doing somewhere around the first week of February to choose the winner. So I look forward to seeing you all in future videos. I'll be making up some more videos, hopefully this weekend. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. God bless you all. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.